Yeah, I'll try that. Uh, See if I get people to come in now. Hey, David, Aid, Michael, everything working better now? Can you guys see the link up there to be invited up on the panel? Everything should be better now. David, Allie, prep for it. Looks like you're all starting to get in here now. Thanks. When you get too frustrated, just start over again. How's everybody doing today? Everybody doing better? I thought I was doing pretty good until hell broke loose. John's like, there you are. How you doing? Let's see. Just bring a link up there. You guys let me know if it comes up where your Uncle Al can pick that thing up. Not, I guess I could always email one to him. It looks like he made it. There he is. Hey, let's try this one more time.
Is it working?
It's working this time.
Okay.
I don't know what happened. I didn't do anything different. I must have been
It's
my.
the Mandela effect.
It's all your fault, Uncle.
Mandela effect, folks.
You just had to bring that up, didn't you?
It's hitting a lot of people this week. I got like 3 messages that people were in a St. Patrick's Day parade yesterday. And they were wondering, wait, isn't it on the 17th? Why are we marching down Main Street? And everybody was dressed up because I seen the article. Hey, that Patrick's Day parade happens. And a lot of people responded, yeah, we had a St. Patrick's parade on the 10th. You know,
Here, I just got some stickers while we were messing around from Australia.
Oh, cool.
Gotta love Carpet Python sent me a sticker.
Right. I got more bills.
All right, that's what I hate to get in the mail.
Yeah, it's like, oh Lord. Yeah, folks, if you don't remember, today is March 11th, 2020.
Next week is St. Patrick's Day, everybody.
Right.
Just in case you don't understand.
Yeah.
No Mandela.
All right. But today is March 11th. 10 years ago in Japan, in the Northern Islands, in Sendai District, we had a great earthquake there on 2011, on the 11th day on March 3rd. It was a big one. It was over, they either says 7 or 8 point. They had an earthquake and a tidal wave and a nuclear disaster all rolled into one. which was
I-
horrible because their earthquake center, everybody was safe. Unfortunately, the tidal wave killed everybody at the earthquake center. Nobody would figure we should not put an earthquake center in a tidal zone, and they goofed up. So everybody in the little school building was washed away.
washed away in the tidal wave. Yeah.
Right. And then the rescue team couldn't do anything because guess what happened next?
They got typhooned out.
Nope. They got hit by the nuclear reactors going up. You remember Fukushima?
Oh,
That's
yeah,
the Fukushima
Fukushima.
disaster. Yep. Fukushima earthquake, Sendai earthquake, the tidal wave. I can't pronounce the other word for it. I'm Japanese. I can't pronounce it.
Oh,
Um,
man, am I seeing right?
What?
M&M Prospecting made it?
Hi, Eminem.
Good to see you, buddy. You guys are not subscribed to Mr. M&M. I need you to get over there and check him out. He does some pretty good panning right from his easy chair out there on the porch.
And that's the only way you can make money nowadays.
Pretty much.
Lord.
I was going to show you the package that was coming up to your house, Kalen, but I think he already took it to the post office. So,
That
Yeah,
was
as soon as-
Justin, right?
yep. As soon
Okay.
as he gets back, I'll probably have a tracking number for you. I had it right here and now it's gone. So,
Right.
pretty sure he took it.
So, and before we get furthermore sidetracked from earthquakes and stuff, I do have to warn everybody that the House passed HR 8 and HR 1446 and it's heading to the Senate. So call and nag at your senators now because those two is like, okay, if you have guns, turn them in now and we'll give
The
you a
senator,
refund.
I heard it probably wasn't going to pass. In the
I'm
Senate.
taking no chances. If that thing passed, everybody with a BB gun, they outlaw BB guns in those two bills. BB gun is not an assault weapon. Kalen has one, and it's not an assault weapon.
Yeah, I know that. I don't understand those people.
They're
And
nuts.
they're gonna take the guns away from all the good people, and then only people who have a gun are the bad guys.
Right. That's going to be the police, the military, and the criminals. That's it. So anyway, folks, call your senators now. Okay, back to earthquakes. Do you have any information? Sorry.
I had a bunch of illustrations across the top I was going to share, and then I had to get rid of that show.
Yeah, you gotta love YouTube and
Yeah,
driving
let me
nuts.
see if I can find that darn thing again.
While you're
Because
working,
it was for the newest Outlook.
right? And we're talking about the Midwest and Mississippi outlook, or the East Coast one.
The Midwest one.
Okay. Remember, folks, we have two big fault lines running through the Mississippi, Missouri, and the where Will lives over there.
Midwest.
Right. Is it still snowing over northwestern corner of Nebraska?
It was snowing here yesterday, and it was supposed to snow all today, but it stopped, and I don't have any snow now. But
Yeah,
it's I
It
was
went
looking
north
into
to
my
Wyoming.
I was looking into my forecast, and it said it's supposed to start again.
Yeah, you got a second wave in about 5 hours. That one hit us yesterday because the house was shaking, winds. You might get hail instead of snow. Prep for it. You're in the Cascadian region. If you feel an earthquake, you're going to know. See cars dance. Another danger, folks, that that we didn't cover is certain areas where the fault lines are. there's a lot of gas pockets, and that could be natural gas, hydrogen sulfide, carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, methane. I forgot the other two. That one just blew up in whatchamacallit, Russia. Mamutska left a 30-foot hole, flattened all the trees around it for about a mile. In other words, methane came out of the ground.
There's an active one in western Taiwan.
Yep. And then somebody was smoking, all of a sudden, boom! And the guy was survived because he was smoking a cigarette, and he and the sheep were throwing 100 feet. If we were a lot closer, we'd be dead with 100 sheep. 1830s, or it's 1830s.
It's letting me see the news on it, but it's not showing me any of the pictures. For western Taiwan Strait, there's a big one going through there.
Yeah, Tunguska was a asteroid or large meteor strike. No, I'm talking about the one that happened a couple of weeks ago in Russia. That one was a methane explosion because he saw the dirt went up.
Purple lines. Okay, Salton seismic imaging. Hold on. That's right over Russia. Salton.
Right.
Seismic imaging. Right here.
Right. Prep for if you're near a coastline, you are in the earthquake zone. So just be very careful.
Hold on a second. I'll get to it. Sure.
And we have 11 watching, folks. Now, make sure you have your whatchamacallit, go bag, everything ready, evacuate, find a place to stay. And here's there we go. Right there, folks.
Yep, that's right over the top of Russia. And those red lines are the seismic fault lines.
Right. And I think that's the Pacific plate and the North American plate.
We could give you bigger pictures.
Yeah, hit the button. It'll push us to the side and make that bigger.
Go full screen.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, folks, you see the plate right there? That's the San Andreas. It runs all the way from Alaska, Russia, and then down to Canada and America. The
Great. You see how the arrows are pushing against each other?
Oh, yeah.
That's so that those two faults will rub together.
Right. And remember, folks, there are branch lines to this. They have other faults. Well, it isn't shown up here, but you see there's a faint red line to the left towards the Pacific side of the ocean. That runs through LA. And if the San Andreas fault activates, San Andreas is more like up the coast.
Yeah, I'm trying to find that one that showed there's a huge one coming out of Texas.
Oh, yeah.
It's supposed to be able to, it's going to be able to be taken off and going everywhere through the United States.
Yeah, that one you have to be careful because that's a fracture point. You thought New Mattress is bad. That one in Texas is like, okay, if we have a 10, that all she wrote. Because you thought, whatchamacallit, Yellowstone? Yellowstone's in Wyoming, right? Wyoming or Montana?
Part of both.
Yeah. If that one goes, think of that one in Texas going off. Except no volcano, you have giant earthquake, and you see the ground liquefy. all the buildings sinking down. Yeah. The San Andreas fractures into the Cascadia Fault. It goes past Cascadia, but Cascadia Fault's another fault line that it goes through Cascadia, goes around, hooks back up to San Andreas Fault, goes to Russia. It's like how can I say it? A loop. You have the San Andreas Fault, then the Cascadia loops around it, and then it goes right back into San Andreas. So it's like a big O shape in that area. So you have the San Andreas going like this, and you have Cascadia go like this, and you right in the middle and go. That's where all the volcanoes blow up and you die. That's why I'm never going over there. Not one fault, two faults. You got Cascadia and you got San Andreas. It's like, okay, which one do I want to die first? Because if both have like 8 pointers, that's 16 on a Richter scale. I don't think you're going to be alive. What do you think, Will?
No.
It's like that Netflix movies. You die, that guy opens his door, looks outside, cracks a beer open, closes the door, and the house disappears. Hi, Southern Ohio Prepping. Here's Dave, folks.
Hi, Dave. Let's see. Come on.
Everybody, please check out Dave. And if you're not
He's got a great giveaway going.
Yeah, he has a great giveaway going. Please check out Dave's channel, Southern Ohio Prepping. And if you haven't join up, please. We're trying to get him back to 1,000. I hate YouTube.
Up and down, back and forth.
Right. Guess how many watch hours I got now?
Up and down.
Yeah, 1847. It's like go down a bit, come back up a bit, go down a bit, come back up a bit. How long have I been doing this?
I've been doing it 4 years. I can't seem to get off the numbers.
It's like 3 years for me, I think, Will. And it's like, I can't win. You know, they don't like me. You're the wrong kind of Asian. You're supposed to be young and preppy. Do we look young and preppy?
I'm getting too old to play the game.
Yeah, me too. And I dye my hair. Yeah, also he's selling 2 blowtorches. Those are really nice blowtorch. There you go, Dave. Look down below, and then Dave could explain this a lot better. I'm tired. I've been up since 4:30 in the morning. I'm a little blurred. And plus the
trying to
effects
find that one for Texas again.
Right, and I'm still still screwed up from the Mandela effects. Yes. Woo. There you go. Mandela effect. Moment of silence. No. Wonder where Gil is. Probably moving more stuff to the house. Or his link whatchamacallit. Oh, he's waiting for his little one. He's at school. Yeah, Dave can't come up. He's waiting for his small one.
Child. He's got a child.
Yes.
I'm sorry, Dave.
No, don't be sorry. It's a nice kid. But anyway, folks, Texas does have earthquake zones through it. So when somebody say, "Oh, we never have earthquakes here. It never snows in Texas." Well, what did it do last month? It snowed in Texas. It never floods in Dallas or Houston. What
Here's
happened?
a good one for the fault lines. I found something good for the fault
good.
fault lines here.
Yeah, remember when Houston and Dallas flooded, and they say, "Oh, we never get floods over here," and I gotta wait till this year. And what happens over to Texas? Lightning, earthquake, fire.
What happens in Texas stays in Texas.
Yeah, there we go.
Look at all those fault lines.
Right.
That
And
one
what?
is going right down through where it says Hill
Hill country.
Hill Country.
Right. There's
That
two of
is the
them.
one that goes in every damn direction there is.
Right. It follows North Texas and Hill Country. Next to it is the other one. That one goes directly to Mexico. And I can't see the. Yeah, it's the fault. It starts with an L. I can't see it too good.
But if you that one is the main one, and I wish I could find that other pop up that I had for the other show set up. I had
Yeah,
it already pre set up, and I had time to get in there and look around. And
Right,
it showed one that one right there in the country. It went everywhere. I mean, it was like a heartbeat for Texas.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't think I would want to live there.
No, but Houston and Dallas and San Antonio's are right around that area. And you kind of funny, those fault lines follow the areas that were blacked out really bad. And the yellow line is the one that goes out into the ocean. That's an inactive fault, but still it's scary. Because everybody's not, if it goes really bad or comes active, those parts of that, the beach will be a lot closer to Texas after the Gulf Coast right there disappears forever. Because Texas,
Yeah, well, that one over there that runs across the western part of Texas,
yeah,
that one is a pretty sneaky one as well.
yeah, the Trans Pecos one, yeah,
Yep.
Trans Pecos, and the Valverde one is it's a loop,
I
and
mean,
there's another
everybody
one.
thinks that the fault lines on the west coast and the east coast are the ones that are going to get us, but it's not. It's the ones that are in the uh, middle to southern part of the United States.
Right, because
They're going to be like sleepers.
yeah, like the Rio Grande Drift. That's the third. You can't see it in this outline, but it's the third one from Mexico. That's a branch one. The big one's in Mexico, near Mexico City. Rio Grande Verde Drift is a small one. These are all small. The big ones in Mexico City, and Mexico City isn't that far away from Texas.
Well, Mexico City, I wouldn't mind if they had all the earthquakes.
Doesn't work like that. It's a fractured egg, our planet. Ugh.
Oh, my son's holster came.
No, that's good. Yeah, they are smaller faults, Kaylin. Some of them branches off from the New Madrid, and others branch off from the Grande Drift, or Rio Grande, or Valverde. One of those three. We don't have a map of Mexico because all these faults
If I can find
intertwine.
one for the Midwest.
Right. All these faults are intertwined or close. And while Will looks up for the Midwest, I'm trying to think. Well, does Iowa have an earthquake fault?
Oh, yeah. There's only one that goes through there, but it's a big one.
Oh yeah, that's why I remember. I don't think it goes through Des Moines, but and I got to say hello to Bob. Hi, Bob. And folks, please check out Bob's channel. It's Bob 942 and going blind.
Try to bring this one up. It's Iowa, I believe.
Yep. IOWA.
the screen. Just try and tell me what to do. Sure.
We're pulling it up, Kaylin. It's not one or two major faults. There's a bunch of
Right
them.
here. There
And
it is.
here we go.
It's that one over on the right side.
Right.
It's where it's black. It's the black background. That's Iowa.
Yeah. And if you see, folks, we have the New Madrid zone. We have the, is it Washaba?
Washiba or
I think it's Washiba. That's, I can't remember. Is that Iowa and Idaho? Or it's just Idaho and Indiana? I can't remember.
this one here is Indiana. The one that's Indiana.
Okay. So it's Illinois, I think. Could be Illinois. Because it's following the Mississippi. We got New Madrid and we got a Washiba Valley. And we got the East Texas seismic zone. That one, you have to be really careful, folks, because that's part of the Atlantic Drift. No, Ohio.
It is Missouri. Missouri is mainly down there in the southeastern corner. And here's most of this covers like all the states that people don't think that there's any fault lines in. They kind of have a spider effect.
Right. It goes off of the Missouri and Mississippi rivers. Because if you put your hand over the Mississippi and Missouri, that will cover that whole area.
Here's Illinois. Look at this one. There's the Illinois. That's Illinois. And see, it's going right through the Missouri River there. And it says in the fine print that it's becoming an emerging threat.
Yep. Illinois is the next to California. More earthquakes, more tidal waves. Because everybody forget Illinois is next to the Great Lakes. And what a mass of water will shake, you get a tidal wave.
Here's a Midwest. That's a good picture of the Midwest.
Yeah.
When I lived in Washington, I always thought that we were going to get opened up and becoming like a third world of our own. But now that I don't live there anymore, and I'm learning more about where some of the other fault lines are, it could be that California, Oregon, and Washington, they could all break off and become a whole other continent of their own.
Nah, mostly it'll be we go up.
It could be parts of Montana too, I thought.
Yeah, no, Will, because the plate is shifting, we go up in elevation, not down. Only like Portland, Seattle, and Los Angeles, it'll go underwater because they're a separate shelf, and we're not. So we go up.
They're different. They're the same, but they're different.
Is that you or is it me, Reverb?
Reverb.
I
You
got.
might be hearing some background talking over here.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
girls.
Yeah, no problem. Because me and Gil talk about this. That's Camp Patton's family compound. Instead of sinking, that'd be LA sinking, Portland sinking, Seattle sinking because they're closer to the coast. Everybody else behind that Pacific fault line will go up, not down, up. If we have a big one, we go up 15 feet. We don't drop. We will have a new mountain range and we go watch like, oh, gee, there's most of Los Angeles underwater and just wave at them. Because people forget behind Los Angeles, there used to be a big salton sea, but the way the earthquakes moved, it cut off all the water from the regular ocean, developed LA, and then it became Death Valley, the Salt Flats, and all the other little deserts.
And I'm bringing up the eastern seaboard.
Oh God, that's a mess. Yeah, the perfect place to build nuclear reactors. Let's build 19 nuclear reactors up and down the seaboard and never look for earthquakes.
Here we go. Let's start
Yep.
right there. There we go. Those are the fault lines along the eastern seaboard.
Yeah,
And you see that one main one that goes all the way from Maine down through New York, all those little bitty places along the way. But it has those fingers of little fault lines that stick their way out into the middle of nowhere.
yeah, Keelan, yeah, there are salt flats in New Mexico, and they find whale bones out there sometimes because the Caribbean basin used to be bigger too. People are looking. Why is there a giant whale out here? I'm like,
They don't understand that where that used to be back in the good old days. I mean, not even our good old days, but before that, you know.
yeah, it's like Adam and Eve's good old days. Hi, Chris. Another great channel, folks, you want to check out is Chris Varieties channel. Really
Oh
good.
yeah, man, that is a great channel, you guys.
Yeah, I like his cooking, and he's really good at flint and steel.
I'm trying to find an example here.
Just be happy that none of these are going off at the same time. Can you imagine the chaos that would happen?
Well, that's what I'm afraid of. You know, if you really think about it, and you start studying the fault lines, they are all basically intertwined together. You know, and if you get a big enough one and any of the major ones, that could make them trimmer over into the smaller ones. And then those could actually sit there and rumble for a few days or a
Few
month or
years.
whatever, a year,
Yeah,
until it picks the workload up to be another major one.
right.
And then it sits there and trimmers into a smaller one. And it sits there and trimmers into a bigger one. You know, it's just the way it works, you know. And
Right. Folks, you got to remember that one's Taiwan. And you see the fault line that's going there. Everybody's now got their ships out there. But I also have to warn people Taiwan used to be a coast of China. And see
I
how
was
it's
just getting ready to tell you guys, look up there in the upper left hand corner and what it says China.
right. And if you look at China and Taiwan, they perfectly match together. A million, was it 2 million? 2 million years ago. So you just squeeze that back, get together, and China gets bigger. But because the Pacific's getting bigger, I wouldn't be worrying about the bridges, Tibor. I'd be holding on for dear life. Let's see. That's the bad thing about China and that fault because the Pacific is expanding, the Atlantic is shrinking because the Pacific is pushing towards the U.S., towards England, and give it a million years, it'll be Greenland, Iceland, England, and we're smashing into Europe. Give it a million years or so. At least we won't worry about global warming.
That's if you believe in it, right?
Right. It might be automatically replaced, Tibor. They might be knocked down. You have to build new ones. And let's see. And nobody told Canada when they built that huge nuclear that brown reactor in Canada on Lake Ontario. Yeah, not one, 8 nuclear reactors. Great. Thank you, Canada. Have super Fukushima Part 2. Yeah, let's see.
Again, look at the whole country here a second. I have another one to bring up here. Oops.
Yep, you're still on prep for it. They're still working. We're still working on the. We'll have the earthquake first, Tibor, in Kentucky, and Ohio could stop talking about it.
Now look at it. I think this one here it shows that whole western hemisphere. That's why I say that Washington, Oregon, California, even little parts of Montana and Arizona, they could all become islands all to themselves if there was a big enough quake.
That has to be a 20 on the Richter. We won't be alive to notice.
Well, some of us might make it through it.
A 20? 10's bad enough. A 20 is like all life on Earth is over.
Everybody take one deep breath and hold it.
Yeah, for 200, 400 years before everything settled down. Last time a 20 hit was like 6 million years ago after the planet got hit by an asteroid, killed all the dinosaurs. Part of it, Chris.
It's part of the big Texas one right there. Look what direction it goes in. It's right there in the middle of Texas, but then look where it goes.
Yep. Isn't that nuts, folks? They just paint the whole Alaska red. That's it. Oh, Lordy.
Look at that one. Oh, look at this one here.
Yes, sorry about it. Yes, prep for it. Global warming is real. Also, global cooling is real too.
That one there's over not just ours, but it goes all the way down from Alaska down into South America.
Yeah, through Mexico.
Yep.
And you see those big curb marks. I can't tell. I don't have my glasses. That's through the Southwest too, and goes straight up to Idaho. Not Iowa, Idaho. Whoever talks about global cooling, I keep telling people, remember, folks, if we have a southern global cooling, we all bite the farm. We it's Eskimo people right now. How cold it would be?
I'll see if we can find some global cooling.
Nobody ever talks about that. I tell everybody, see the mastodons eating Daisy, and the next minute they're frozen solid in Siberia.
Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah. It's like,
There's this ice cream cone.
Huh? Or go eat.
Going to work.
I want to see your pistol.
Did it come?
Yeah.
Good.
okay, folks, that's one way to handle global warming and
Yeah.
global cooling. Pull out your pistols. Well, shoot at it.
The kid's going to work. I don't want to go down them stairs. Okay, that is it up there?
Yep.
Okay, here. Try to get that. Try that one right there. My bigger. Try that. I'll be here. We'll play with your gun. Oh, you're gonna like that.
Remember, folks, heat dissipates faster than. Hi, DOE. Dad on YouTube have joined us.
Hi, Dad. How you doing, my friend? It's not gonna let me get very big on it.
No.
It's showing the prediction of the global warming and cooling.
Right. Remember, folks, global cooling is, how can I say it? Doesn't act really fast like global warming. Global warming is heat, and heat rises. Global cooling takes its time. And all of a sudden, when it comes up, pow! We're in the ice age, like in the lower left hand corner.
Here.
Yeah.
See how the blue is the ocean heating, and then the red is the land and ice heating.
Right. If we're having a true global warming, the land will be about equal to the ocean, but it isn't. Look at the ocean, look at the land. And that's land and atmospheric and ice heating too. Ice does get hot. But if it gets too warm too quick, it melts the ice, fresh water goes into the systems, and guess what? We're in a new ice age.
You see that would show you
Always
the blue
enjoy it.
being the blue being the cold. Look how much
Right.
cold would the cooling effect would be over the heating effect.
Right, and then we all have to move to South Africa or the South Pole to stay warm.
Yeah, United States would be like the South Pole.
Right. Well, at least Japan's still nice and warm, so I don't have to worry. I just go with my in-laws or Australia. Yo, mate, go over
Yo,
there and
mate.
keep warm. Because you see all the brown spots, folks. Those are areas where you could still live. And look at part of Russia. It's nice and warm. Even the
Yeah.
Middle East is snow. Africa is snow. China is snow.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rob Painless is here. Hi, Rob.
Hey, Rob. I can't see you, but hi.
There's a link in this. Just go up if you want to join us. Rob knows this better than anybody.
Yeah, Rob's a good guy. He knows a lot. You guys haven't been over there to his channel? You guys need to go over there and check out Rob's channel. He knows a lot about a little, or a little about a lot, or whatever however that saying is. Anyway, he's a great guy, and his channel has great content, you guys.
Right. Who would imagine going to the South Pole to keep warm?
Great, be a day that the South Pole, you'll be living there, and where we live will be icicles.
Right, but they'll have daylight, and South Pole will be 6 months of light, 6 months of darkness. That'd be great. Like I said, that's one prep for it. It's one form of global warming and global cooling. Hey, John's Life.
See, that's what happened with the climate change that people don't believe in.
No, climate change happens all the time. It could be hot, cold, in between. Everybody's like joking about global cooling until it hits. Because Newsweek retracted that story because they got messed up because they were warned that if we have a sudden shift in warming, we'll have instant global cooling. Oh, let's see. Yeah, Taurus is okay, John. Just the earlier models stink.
I'm not too much up on. I don't. I'm like you said. I'm one of those guys that I keep up on the global warming, but I don't keep up on the global cooling. I should probably study the global cooling part too.
Yep, fire and ice will. Now, like I said, a lot of people like this article, they made an assumption, which you have to understand. They're looking only in North Hemisphere. They don't look at the Southern Hemisphere. It's two cyclic systems.
Well, it would only make sense if you really thought about it. That
What?
if the North is gonna go through a change, that the South part would also at the same time.
Right, but they
you
never.
don't. But you don't think about that part.
Right, but if you read the article, it doesn't talk about anything else on the southern part of the planet, southern hemisphere, and they only talk about the northern hemisphere. You cannot cut the world in half and thinking it won't affect anybody else. If we have global warming in the northern hemisphere, guess what happens to the southern hemisphere? It melts the southern poles. We don't want that because Antarctica will be the biggest landmass. Everybody be flooded out. The salt level in the ocean will change so fast that it will stop. And when it stops, global warming ends like that. You don't have global warming if the currents stop. If the currents stop, no more global warming. Doesn't matter how much CO2 you have in the atmosphere. If it's not moving, it'll snow. You'll see carbon dioxide snow coming down.
Well, that makes a lot of sense. I really never thought about that.
Because the heat channel are transmitted, if we go back to the ocean thing, see how hot the ocean temperatures are? That keeps the planet moving, keeps all life going. If we have too much fresh water, what happens when you pour ice or cold water in a hot drink?
Well, that'd be why we need to keep everybody in the whole world working towards the same goal. Then, right?
Yeah. Yeah, Kaylin, if we could bring up Kaylin's comment. Look at the site of the suspicious observer. They explain about this because global cooling is not like global warming. Global warming takes a long time to activate. It's like takes years and centuries, and we have a nice period of warming period. Since the 50s, it's getting warmer and warmer. Before we were still part of the up to World War II, we were still part of the little ice age that started at 1750 and lasted until 1944 or 47. That was the little ice age. That's when Europe burned down all its trees.
It is well said, Tibor. Read what Tibor said. He was saying that every prediction on global warming has not come to be a full reality yet. The greatest enemy to knowledge is not ignorance, but the illusion of knowledge.
Right.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Yep.
That's why the
Well
Nazis
said,
are,
Tibor.
that's why socialist Germany is wondering, how come we never win the war? Sorry, bad joke. But like I said, folks, global warming and global cooling are climate problems, and we got to solve that quick because I'm more in favor of global cooling because global cooling will act faster than global warming. Global warming takes a long time to take effect.
Well, that's
But
because of the carbon monoxide or carbon
dioxide,
dioxide. Yeah.
right? But we get the how uh, global warming changes. Like if you want to get like Venus, you have to have internal radiated heat. Our oceans are warm, but land and ice and stuff isn't. Because remember that blue chart? You see how warm the oceans is? And then you see the little line on the bottom. That's the landmass. If you look at Venus, the landmass is boiling hot. There's no oceans to regulate.
Rob must get all that info from that honky tonk that he goes to.
No, he goes to Suspicious Observer. Yeah, Kaylin's right. Please check out their site. Sorry, Kaylin. Suspicious Observer Organization. They have a huge paperwork on it. Yeah, and also Venus is closer to the sun.
Venus is closer than the sun.
Yeah.
Are you guys on that Mandela stuff again?
No. Where is Venus? Will? There's Mercury, Venus, and Earth.
Mercury, Venus, and Earth, yeah.
Right. So Venus is closer to the sun. We're the third one away from the sun. Sorry, coughing. Okay, Chris, we'll catch you later.
Yeah, Chris, thanks for coming in. Appreciate it. Yeah, I hadn't. I really enjoyed watching you guys play darts there the other night. Rob, you and Wes S. I hadn't been in one of those joints in a long time. It was fun just sitting there watching you guys.
Yep.
Nice little holster,
It is.
Kydex. He's just starting to get into bang stuff, so that'll work for him.
Yeah.
Well, I think we're about done, aren't we?
It's almost 1:00 my time, so it's 2:00 your time.
Yep.
Okay, that's it, folks. I hope you found this interesting. Catch on Will on Monday. It'll be open It's open forum on Mondays, right? Well,
Yep.
let me get the
Yep.
sign
Free
out.
for all.
It's a free for all. Right there.
And then Thursdays, I'm gonna start. I did it in my video. I announced it. I'm gonna start doing another one in the middle of the week, but I haven't decided exactly when or what time yet. So, but I am gonna start doing another one. So
Right.
those
Okay,
will
fo-
also be a topic live stream. And we'll get to it eventually, maybe a month or so from now.
Right. Once we get everything. Yeah, global warming is real. Prep for it. So is global cooling. You can't have one or the other. It has to be both simultaneously. Because that gives me a headache trying to explain to everybody.
That was your buddy's garage. Well, it looked like it was a real honky tonk.
Yeah, it's the man cave.
I like man caves like that. I had a friend back in Washington had a big double car garage thing set up for working on cars. They had man lifts and stuff inside of them, or car lifts and stuff inside of them, and he had it fixed into a like a bar setting. They brought people in with their bands and stuff. We'd sit there and party on, you know.
Right. Later,
But you go
Keelan,
right
she's going.
outside the door. You go right outside the door, and you're like back in the real world again. Darn
Yeah.
it!
Kaylin got to go shopping. Later, Kaylin. Remember, folks, food prices have now jumped up in the central states by 12%.
All right, everybody. I hope you guys had a great time. I know we did.
Oh, yeah.
So until next time, I will see you out there.